Okay, second part of today's notes is multiplying fractions by a whole number. So anytime you're multiplying a fraction by a whole number just alone, so like a third times 2, 1/2 times 3, there's no fraction here, so you need to make it a fraction. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is you put that whole number over 1. So you type right there, either just put the number 1 or type out, spell out the word 1. So if we were to solve the first one, 2 times 1/3, throw the 2 on top of a 1, and then multiply times 1/3, and then you multiply across. So I put little fraction blanks here too, so if you want to edit the document and make this 2 over 1 so you remember, and then this is 1 over 3, and then over here you'll put your answer. Now if it's a mixed number, make sure you fill in where the W is. If it's just a fraction, then just edit the N and the W for numerator and denominator. So multiply across would be 2 over 3. So I don't have a whole, so you can edit and delete the W if you want to and put 2 over 3. The second one is 1/2 times 3. You might be able to even do this mentally. Well, what if you had a half of a candy bar and then you have 3 times that amount? Well, you have a half and then another half and then another half. So you do the math for 1/2 times 3 over 1. Multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. So now you have that mixed number, and you need to change that into, you have this improper fraction, and you need to change it into mixed number. So 3 can go into 2. 2 can go into 3 one time. And then you subtract. Your remainder is 1. This is the whole. This is the numerator, and this is the denominator. So our mixed number would be 1 and 1/2. So 1 would go here, and then 1/2. Okay, now when you are multiplying, so I want you to keep in mind when we multiplied by a third, our answer or our original number, our factor, our first factor actually decreased. We multiplied by a part of 1, and we got 2/3 as our product. When we're multiplying by something that's greater than 1, so we multiplied by 3, 3 is greater than 1, our original factor, this 1/2, has increased to 1/2 because 1/2 times 3 is 1/2. It's bigger. So now if we look at this next one, you look at the second factor. If the second factor is bigger than 1, it's going to increase. So this second factor is not bigger than 1. So our answer is going to decrease. It's going to be less than 5. So now if we look at this one, the whole number is 4. It's bigger than 1. It's going to be bigger than 7/8. Our answer will be bigger than 7/8. So if we go ahead and multiply 5 times 3/5, so you put the 5 over 1 and multiply it times 3 over 5. Multiply it across. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 5. And then you simplify it. 15 divided by 5. 5 can go into 15 3 times with nothing left over. And then the last one is 7 over 8 times 4. This becomes 7 over 8 times 4 over 1. And you multiply across. So 7 times 4 is 28, and 8 times 1 is 8. 28 divided by 8. 8 can go into 28, 3 times? Which would be 24. And then you're left with 4. So this is the whole number, numerator, denominator. So 3 and 4/8, which simplifies to 1/2. So 3 and 1/2. Now this is a really good problem. I want to show you a trick on this one. So if we just want to show you something called cross-canceling. So if I was to cross-cancel, it's where you look at the numbers that are diagonal from each other and you simplify the problem while you're working through it. And you don't have to do this all the time. But this one is a good one just because we had to divide and then simplify. So I know both of these can be simplified by 4. So I'm going to say 4 can go into 4 one time and 4 can go into 8 2 times. So now my problem has simplified and it becomes 7 over 2, and this is 4 over 1, and then you can multiply across. So, oops, sorry, this is changes to a 1. So 7 times 1 is 7, and 2 times 1 is 2. And then if you simplify it, you're supposed to get the 3.5, which we had gotten before, which is over here. Okay? That's another way to do these problems when you see that you can cancel while you're working. So over here, you're going to put 3 and 1/2.